Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Breezy bringing you episode 14 of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Last episode we went ahead and took on the main boss for this month, so let's go ahead and continue and see the aftermath.
As all of you have committed a breach of faith, the Archbishop will now pass judgment.
Oh, these are the people that we captured.
Inciting a kingdom noble to rebel, unlawful entry, the attempted assassination of the Archbishop, an attack on the Holy Mausoleum. It is unnecessary to go on, followers of the Western Church.
What? We have nothing to do with the Western Church.
You have already been identified. Please spare us your second-rate theater.
Dishonoring a holy ceremony is worthy of death for a member of the Church. You are well past the hope of redemption. If you have any grace remaining, you will willingly offer your life as atonement for this crime.
I don't know if they're going to.
No, this isn't what we were told would happen. We've been deceived.
It's no use arguing. Whatever your excuse, the punishment stands. May your souls find peace as they return to the goddess.
Wait, please. The goddess would never forgive you for our execution.
Monster. We know you've already slaughtered many of our fellow brethren like this.
This concludes the investigation. Please remove these poor lost souls from my sight.
They kind of are like a little bit evil here. I don't know.
There you have it. It seems the assassination attempt and the attack on the Holy Mausoleum were all the work of the Western Church. As for the masked knight who led the attack, I'm afraid his whereabouts are yet unknown.
It makes no sense that the Western Church would try such a thing.
It just goes to show that the Church of Seiros is not completely united. The church is led by those
So we have a lot to deal with.
The Church doesn't have a strong voice on its government. I imagine the Western Church has harbored some resentment toward the Central Church for a while now.
The Central Church.
Ah, that's right. Gerald did say that you grew up outside the influence of the Church. The Church of Seiros is split into a few branches across Fodlan. The largest being the Central Church, which is headquartered right here at Garreg Mach.
Okay, that makes sense.
The Western Church lies far to the west of Castle Gaspar, where Lord Lonato held his rebellion. It's situated on the far side of the kingdom's most impressive fortress, Aryan Road.
So we've taken out one
the Western
so far.
Church's intention was to eliminate Lady Rhea and the Central Church's authority along with her. Naturally, the Knights will be riding out to question the Western Church's top officials, or rather, to punish them.
When they do, Your Highness, we will likely be asked to help carry out said punishment.
Indeed. Now,
Poor Ash. I do need to focus on him
but
this
I must say, your situation is rather
month.
unusual. For someone to grow up in Fodlan and yet never have any contact with the Church of Seiros it's hard to believe.
I wonder why the Archbishop would hire someone like that as a professor.
So, those people from the Western Church were... Lady Rhea had them killed, didn't she?
Well, of
Yeah, of
course,
course.
she did. Going against the teachings of Seiros like that, quite unforgivable.
Those who stray must be punished, I suppose. That said, Professor,
There you are, Professor. It seems Lady Rhea would like a word with you. Come with me.
We're kind of in the middle of everything, honestly.
The Archbishop lives. Not that I had ever placed much faith in those swine from the Western Church.
I have news, both good and bad. The remains of Seiros were not in a tomb. However, something else was. The Sword of the Creator.
Oh yeah, we got the
Weapon
sword, I
wielded
forgot.
by that thief, the King of Liberation.
Thief? Huh. At any rate, it is now in the hands of the Academy's new professor. I doubt you will be surprised to hear that the crest stone had already been removed from the sword when it was found.
As expected. It would be foolish to keep both in the same location.
There's more.
So we're missing part of it.
The professor was able to awaken the sword's true power. Even without the crest stone, the sword glowed red. The professor's crest is compatible. There is no mistaking it.
Absurd. Using a relic without its crest stone should be impossible. The King of Liberation's bloodline should not even...
I wonder.
They must be allowed to keep it, for now. I do not have enough information about the professor to act. As for your request, I assent. The Death Knight is at your command. Use him well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where I ended up stopping, because I don't remember this guy.
A great deal.
I cannot thank you enough for defeating those invaders in the Holy Mausoleum, and especially for protecting the sword of the Creator.
Alright.
That sword is one of the hero's relics, and the most precious artifact in the Church's possession. It is also a weapon of terrifying power.
Yeah, I don't like her.
Now, I will entrust the sword to you.
I don't know what it is.
Please.
Lady Ray,
Her
wait.
and him.
Do you truly mean to give the sword of the Creator to this stranger? Surely it is not the sort of thing one hands over so readily, even to someone who has the ability to wield it. If someone like Nemesis were to appear again, all of Fodlan would be consumed by war.
Shut up. That's what I say.
Nemesis, the King of Liberation. He is an ancient king of mankind who was defeated by Seros over 1,000 years ago. When Fodlan was attacked by wicked gods, it is said that the goddess gifted Nemesis with the sword of the Creator. Nemesis used that sword to defeat the wicked gods, saving all of Fodlan. Henceforth, he was dubbed the King of Liberation.
Yeah, I don't like these two at all.
Began to corrupt him until he himself turned to the darkness.
They're so blinded.
Lady Rhea, I beg you to reconsider. Given a little more time, we could more accurately assess this stranger's abilities.
No. I have faith, Sereth. Faith that our friend here will not be corrupted by wickedness. Since the death of Nemesis, none have been able to wield the sword of the Creator. Now, after all those long years of being sealed away, it has returned and found a new master.
That's right, we're taking that sword, bro.
I understand. As you wish, Lady Rhea. There you have it, Professor. See that you do not betray the trust the Archbishop has seen fit to bestow upon you.
The sword of the Creator? The King of Liberation? Each tale is more confusing than the last. And I really can't read that Rhea at all.
I agree.
That sword is clearly precious. So why is she so keen to gift the thing to you?
I believe, yeah, the sword chose me.
Is that a fact? I feel as though we have become entangled in a mystery. And there is one more thing that has been plaguing me.
What's up?
The sword of the Creator. It somehow feels distinct from other relics we have seen. Such as the one that... Oh goodness, what was her name?
Catherine?
Yes, her! The sword of the Creator is different from her Thunderbrand in one key way. It bears a hole, where something should have been, but is no more. I despise not knowing what is going on. It frightens me. And yet, I place my trust in you.
We'll be fine.
I must.
We'll be fine. Don't... Just relax a little.
Whatever comes to pass, please swear to cut a path that is your own.
We will. We're fine. Alright, here we go.
Part 1. white clouds, verdant rain moon, tower of black winds.
All right.
The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant lands.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't played past this part.
By fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fodlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
Are we gonna have, is this like predicting that we're gonna have troubles? Alright. And we have an exclamation point. Let's see what happens.
I have a new mission for you, Professor. I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier.
Why must we eliminate
This
them?
skirmish involves a holy relic, and is therefore more than a single noble is capable of resolving.
Okay.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force.
Okay. Okay. Calm down, bro.
Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seiros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear. However,
that's what they say,
to ensure that
but
no
like, come
harm
on.
comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all.
Okay, good for him.
I heard about our mission for this month. So, we are to eradicate thieves in Kingdom territory.
Yes.
I'm sorry for dragging you into the Kingdom's petty squabbles. This should not be your burden to bear, but my own.
It's okay.
Thank you, Professor. Hearing you say that puts my mind at ease.
Your Highness?
Who is that?
Ah, it's been ages.
It's been a long time. 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed, Your Highness. You've grown so
Wait,
much in those years.
is this the guy that took care of him?
I recognize you.
Friend of yours?
This is Rodrigue, an old friend of my father's.
Oh.
I believe I've mentioned him, if you recall.
Oh, yeah.
When my father died 4 years ago, he looked after me as though I were his own son.
You flatter me, Your Highness. It was my honor to care for such a fine young man. It's nice to finally meet you, Professor. My son, Felix, has mentioned you on occasion.
Oh, Felix, okay.
What brings you to the monastery, Rodrigue? Is it the thieves plaguing the kingdom?
I'm afraid so. This is not merely a problem for House Gautier, but for everyone. The thieves have set up their headquarters in Fraldarius territory, and are mercilessly pillaging the villagers of that area.
Sad.
You have our full support in stopping those dastards. I thank you for your help, both of you.
We'll do our best.
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much about you lately. Specifically, that you are able to awaken the Sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had,
Oh, yeah, we had a
course,
weird
seen
symbol.
your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its true nature. Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole.
Could be.
In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis.
Okay.
However, I could not be certain. the crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared
there's a lot of
from this
dialogue
world in
this
the
episode.
millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. The crest of flames. That is what you possess.
The crest of flames.
Your ability to wield the sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial, and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give them flowers.
Thank you.
Alright. So today we can go ahead and explore. Okay, so let's quickly look at... Oh my god, there's so many conversations. Okay. We have a conversation with Ash. Cool. Alright, let's do Ash's conversation with us. Oh, nope. Alright. Doing Dimitri.
Your Highness, the hour is late. May I ask where it is you're going?
I'm off to the library for a bit of research before I train. After that, a bath and bed.
Very well. I shall accompany you.
No. There's no need for that. I am a grown man, after all.
You sustained an injury during yesterday's training. My presence may be of use to you.
Aw, he's so devoted.
It was a mere bruise
I love it.
that will heal in no time. No need to fret over me, Dedu.
Are you dissatisfied with me, Your Highness? Please do not hesitate to correct me.
And there it is again.
Yes? What is it?
Well, you often choose to address me as Your Highness. When we first met, you used to call me by my name.
Aww.
That was because I was unfamiliar with Fodlan's speech. Thinking back, such rude manners were inexcusable.
To be honest, I much preferred it. I feel more comfortable being addressed by my name.
He just wants to be called by his normal name.
The honorifics that go along with being a prince.
But
I did not teach you to read and write so that you know how to address me properly.
Aww.
And I brought you to the academy as my friend, not a vassal.
But Your Highness, a vassal is precisely what I am.
So much has happened since we met, yet we cannot seem to bridge this gap. So be it. I give you leave to return to your quarters. Take an early night and reflect on what I've said. Please.
I couldn't possibly. I said I would accompany you, did I not?
Aww.
True. But I would much prefer that we take steps to ease this mindset of yours.
They're all going through a tough time. Okay, Ash and dang. Okay, they all have conversation. Okay, let's do Dimitri first.
This tent is torn. Can you please fix this one first, Ash?
Absolutely.
Sorry. I should probably take care of it myself, but we'd be here until sundown if I...
No problem at all. I've had lots of
Ash is so
practice with things
sweet.
like this. Happy to help.
I really
however
didn't
I
like
can.
him at first, but he's starting to grow on me.
Oh.
Especially all the comments
Well,
are like, Ash is the best. I'm like, I don't know.
Actually, I'll fetch you something to make the job less of a burden. You like sweet things, right?
Well, yes. Sorry, no. I can't ask you to do that.
Ash, I told you, there's no need to act like that.
I can't have someone from the royal family running errands for me. It doesn't feel right.
I really don't mind, so you needn't worry about that. And while I'm being candid, I'd prefer
Dimitri
it if
just
you
trying to
didn't
make
speak so
friends,
flippantly.
guys. Just be friends with him. That's all he wants.
We're supposed to be allies. We fought side by side as equals, haven't we?
I know. But to commoners like me, you're royalty. Regular folks normally only lay eyes on someone like you once or twice in their whole lives.
I understand. I really do. When I ascend the throne, perhaps I should do a tour of each city.
What? No, that's not what I meant.
I'm at a loss. I wish to make things better, but I seem to only upset you more and more.
Uh-huh.
That is certainly not my intention. Perhaps I should leave you be and take care of our shopping.
Please, I promise I'll go myself just as soon as I've finished with the tent.
Ash, enough!
He just wants friends.
I have a question. Answer me this. I don't normally eat sweets, so what would you recommend?
Oh, well, if price isn't a concern for you, then you should go for the sugar candies. The ones they make in town are really delightful. Oh, Your Highness, please, you mustn't.
Got it. Sugar candies it is. I'll go and fetch some.
Your Highness, please come back. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure these repairs get done.
Dimitri just wants friends. Gosh, so many conversations. Okay. Here you go.
Oh, Ash. Are you here to study too?
I am. It's quiet here. Easier to concentrate.
It really is. Hey, would you like to study together? We can help each other out if we get stuck.
Oh, yes. We'll get a lot more done working together.
I like him and Ingrid together better.
What's the matter, Ash?
This question's got me stumped. A ballista inside a castle is ready to fire at enemies outside. What angle should be used? Assume the ballista is the same as those in Garreg Mach. Ignore the effects of wind. This is for defensive strategy, isn't it? Why is it so complicated? Don't you just aim and fire?
It may help to focus on maximizing target accuracy to reduce your miss rate. To start, let's sort out the setup. Let's see. Using these ballista specifications, if the ballistic whirls follow this trajectory, they'll hit the enemy lines, right?
Oh, that makes sense, because the enemy line will be here.
That's it! Okay, now try using that same technique and applying it to this other problem.
If the walls are this high and the enemy lines are at that distance... Oh, I think I see!
These two, they're cute together too.
Wow, I didn't expect math of all things to be useful in a siege. This is tough. Numbers are not my strong suit. But this really is the sort of thing you have to know if you want to command troops.
That's true.
That's true, but not everyone is good with numbers. That's why we have tacticians do these calculations for us, or prepare them before we go to battle. A century ago, the Empire's mathematicians played a huge role in the Battle of the Wall of Fodlan.
I had no idea. Hey, you really know what you're doing, Annette.
You think so?
Definitely. You've obviously done a lot of studying. I really admire that.
Oh, they're so cute.
I have.
I love it.
Studying is a necessity. But necessity aside, it's nice to hear you say that.
Alright. Oh my gosh, Mercedes has a whole bunch. Okay, so... everybody literally has some. Okay, so most people just have it with Mercedes or Ingrid. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... on the next episode, we'll start with the rest of these conversations. And I'm going to go around and finish up any extra stuff, so it's not on screen. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know there was a lot of talking. We'll get through it. Hope you guys did enjoy. Hit that like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.